I am Alberto Grignolo, editor of DIA Global Forum. I'm here at the DIA Global Annual Meeting in San Diego in June 2019, and I'm speaking with Nobumasa Nakashima, who is with the PMDA. Nakashima-san has been in the government in Japan since 1992 in MHLW, and he's had a number of international positions and domestic positions in the government since that time. And currently he is the Senior Director for International Programs and Associate Center Director for Asia Training Center since August 2018. Nakashima-san, welcome. Thank you very much for spending some time with us.
Yes. Thank you very much for invitations. So at first, I would like to express our appreciation to you and the DIA. We really appreciate your kind cooperation to PMDA.
Well, thank you very much. You're very welcome. So let me ask you this. You're a Senior Director for International Programs at PMDA. So what is the strategy behind the fact that PMDA has an Asia Training Center and also a network meeting? Can you explain those two things?
Yes, these two activities are very important key activities for PMDA. At first, I would like to explain the Asian Training Centers. This center was established in 2016. The main target to educate was to provide training for overseas regulators. We understand the importance of the harmonizations. In order to promote the harmonizations, it is very important for regulators to understand international guidelines such as ICH. So that's the reason PMDA established this center.
And what types of training are provided to these international regulators?
Yes.
What topics?
Yes. For example, that we provide the ICH related training. So ICH covers many kinds of area, quality, safety, and efficacy. So our training also covers all the series.
Do you cover individual guidelines? Do you provide training on individual ICH guidelines?
Yes, exactly.
I see. So in the areas of quality, safety, efficacy, and multidisciplinary.
Yes, exactly.
And to which regulators do you provide such training? You said the Asian regulators. What countries?
So when we established the ATC, the first target was Asian colleagues. But now that we expand our targets, I mean that we invite the regulators from the emerging countries,
From any region of the world?
Yes, you are right.
Such as maybe Latin America or Africa?
Yes, so for example, that there are some regulators from the Africa or the South American countries. Yes.
And the training happens at PMDA, or does PMDA travel to other locations to offer the training?
Yes, so we have the three types of trainings. So first one is that we invited the regulators into Japan at PMDA or the manufacturing site or the local government. So we provided the 1 week training for regulators. And the second is that we send our experts, review experts or the inspectors to one country. So we send 5 or 6 experts to one country and train many reviewers or the inspectors in one country. And the last is that the collaboration with APEC. So APEC
Yes, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation.
Yes, right. So APEC has their own training program. I am now the co-chair of the APEC RHSC, Regulatory Harmonization Steering Committees. So we collaborate with APEC to provide our training. Yes.
Could I ask you, how is this training funded? For example, if PMDA reviewers or inspectors travel to another country, does PMDA pay for their travel? Who pays for the training from the receiving country point of view?
Yes.
Regulatory agency, do they pay a fee to PMDA to receive this training? How does this work?
Yes. So Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, MHLW, covers all the costs, including travel fees and hotel accommodations. It means that all the participants from the other countries can take our training at free cost.
Free cost.
Yes.
I understand. And so what is the Asian network meeting?
Yes, So this is a relatively new framework. So it was newly established in 2017. So we had the Kyoto Pharmaceutical Summit in 2017. So this Asian network meeting was held back to back with the pharmaceutical summit for the first time. And for the second meeting, so Japan, China, India, and Singapore co-hosted. So ASEAN countries and three big countries. I mean that China and India and Japan gathered in Tokyo this April. We talked about the future activities in the Asia.
So this network meeting included those countries and not any other countries?
Not any countries.
Okay, a very small, relatively small network, yes, 4 countries?
As of now.
As of now. Do you think the network will expand?
But now that we think that it's important for us to build the confidence, mutual confidence among the regions. So yes, we had only 2 meetings as of now, so we just started. So we want to continue this framework for a long time, so we think it is very important for us to know each other at the beginning.
That's very clear. How do these programs fit into the PMDA overall strategy for international projects and collaborations?
Mm-hmm. So we PMDA made the international strategies in 2015. One of the main one of the main policy is to collaborate with overseas regulators to promote the harmonization and convergence. So yes, as I mentioned earlier, that both system, Asian network meetings and ATC, Asia Training Centers, facilitate the collaboration between the Asian countries, from the executives to the reviewers and inspectors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. The PMDA and MHLW have a plan to revise the Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Act, or the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law. Can you tell me a little bit about the content of this reform, of these changes in the law that are coming perhaps soon?
We have the laws called the PMDA Act, which stands for the Pharmaceutical Medical Device Act. This is a really fundamental regulation in Japan. So we are going to revise this regulation. So now that our Diet has discussed this draft revised law, so maybe they will finish their discussions this autumn. There are the 3 pillars, but today I would like to introduce one pillar, which is very related to the DIA colleagues. So there are the 3 major points. First is that legalization of the approval system. So maybe you know that we have the Sakigake designation system. This is almost equivalent a prime system in EU and breakthrough in the US. So Sakigake system is currently under the pilot stage. So we would like to legalize this Sakigake system at this Diet, or the next Diet.
To make it part of official Japanese law.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it promotes the use of the systems. So because we can keep the clear procedures and I think prediction.
Because Sakigake system has been in a pilot phase for the last 3 or 4 years, yes, right? Well. So now the pilot has been successful?
I believe so. So now that
it can become law.
Yes, yes.
Okay, understood. And in any other provisions in the law that will be changed?
Yes, and yes. And the second one is that to cope with the new management system, quality control system. So I think you know that ICH is now discussing about Q12. So this is a very important concept for us, PACAM. So post post-approval control management. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry. So yes, post-approval change management protocol (PHMP). So we would like to incorporate the concept of ICH-Q12 to cope with the globalization of manufacturing.
I see. What about the conditional approval scheme in Japan that has been in place for a couple of years? Is this also going to become part of the revised law?
Yes, you know that. So this system is also under the pilot stage as of now. We'd like to legalize this system as well. Yes.
And this system applies to which products?
Yes, so this system covers all the types of categories. I mean, pharmaceutical, medical devices, and regenerative products.
Have any products so far been approved under the conditional approval scheme?
Yes, we did.
What, without getting into the specifics, what type of product has been approved?
So normally that we target on the unmet, the product which responds to the unmet needs. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. These are all my questions, Nakashima-san. Thank you very much for your time today, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.